All right. What I'm going to do here today is show you how I try to organize some of the family history work that I'm working on. What you're seeing on the screen right now is what is called a Kanban board. This Kanban board is a way of organizing, adding things, moving things from a to-do list, showing what's in progress, and adding pieces as you need to go along. So some of the objectives that I have are being able to track these items, to keep a log automatically in the background of what I've been doing. And so the tools that I'm showing you here right now are some of the tools that I've found out that I like to use. The Kanban board, this multicolored board with a bunch of post-its on it, is a virtual board. It can be shared with other people. If you have people that you're working with doing family history and you want to be able to show you, okay, this is the things that I'm doing, maybe I can split up some of the tasks and we can share it. This is found in realtimeboard.com. It's a free application for life for up to, I believe it's 5 members on a team. If you wanted to get more people working on this with you, you'd be able to pay for it, and there's premiums and things like that available. Basically what there are 4 different things that I'm actually doing here. My ultimate goal is to print an ordinance card for a specific individual, and to be able to do that, I need to be able to put together the family and show as close as I can to accurate records and proper documentation that the person that I'm identifying is actually who they are, who I think they are, and that showing my relation to them. I want to be able to make that link between them and me. This is my family, and I want to be able to document as well as I can the number of generations and the family members. Each of the people along the way have spouses and children and siblings. So I want to be able to capture that. Along the way, there's going to be certain things that I find on these individuals. I may find a date, for example, that I don't think is right, or I need some additional documentation. I want to be able to create some of these tasks. Down at the bottom, identifying these individuals, I'm going to be adding stickers or notes all along the way here for who these are. And so I may put some information down that'll help me later, like their name, their family history number. If you're using family search, there's a unique identifier for each one of those, and it makes it a little bit easier. So that's what we have actually here on the Kanban board. And this Kanban board allows me to move around and move things, for example, that I may be working on right now. Until I get something done, and then I'll be able to move that along the way here. If I find new items, then I'll be able to include those as well. Sometimes along the way I may actually find something that I don't think is right, or I may want someone to take a look at it, and I'd be able to add a comment in here. Now the other part that I have here in the background is a tool called Slack. A number of people use this for sharing and communicating certain tasks that they're working on, and this real-time boards integrates with Slack, so that I could create a channel in Slack that's maybe specifically related to a single family line, or a task that or a series of tasks that I'm working on that are all related or relational to each other. And I may be able to share this on a Slack channel with other family members and just say, this is what I found, or just log the activities that I have working in the background. And so this Slack channel that I have is connected directly with this, so that comments can be captured in here, and I can keep track of what it is. So just let me real quick show you how some of this works and how I can integrate this with my research and come back to it a little bit later. I know, for example, that there's an individual I need to go find, Richard Schofield's wife. Okay, so I know that Richard Schofield is the father of Hannah Schofield. I've captured that before. And Hannah Schofield is the mother of Hannah Farnish. That's how much I've gotten, but I need to find the wife of Richard Schofield. So I want to capture a note on that. And so I want to go and create just a basic note, and come back to this a little bit later and say, who is Richard Schofield wife. And that's one of those things that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to identify that person, maybe find them a little bit later. And so I want to, I've got some color codes that I want to keep everything here together. So this is one of those things that I'm going to have to find a little bit later. Now, maybe I'm working with someone that I think might have some information on this, and they're part of a team that I've got, or I want to just put something on there a little bit later. I'm going to tell whoever's working on this to use the Family Search app and look at the individual record on there for Richard Schofield. Now, Richard Schofield, just for example, I know that his unique identifying number is available out there, and so he's got a record already created, and I believe that the spouse that is listed on there is accurate, and there should be some citations and some additional information that they can go look at. And I can maybe notate this and say this is just a hint. You know, I may have a number of just a hints that are out there, and so when I post this comment, this will be attached to this tag, and I can keep track of things that way. Because I'm in the middle of this and I may be working on it, I want to move this out of the things to do and put it in a progress so I can actually keep track of what's going on here with this. I don't want to have too many things in progress because that's where my attention gets scattered all over the place and I don't actually focus on any one person. But when I decide someone that I want to do or something that I want to find, I'm going to go in progress here, and I'm going to go look these things up until I can act on it or I have the next action. When I do have the next action, I may create a new tag, and I can go and identify. I can go and identify the spouse of Richard Schofield as so and so, and then I'll be able to capture that a little bit later. Now, I've only been able to do a couple of things here. I have a couple of notes. When I go back to my Slack channel, I noticed that the information that I had there that I just put in the comment is brought back on this real-time board in my Slack channel. And this is something either I can give to someone else, I can assign it or share the message with someone on my team, or send an email to someone I think that may know about it, or I can come back later and go that these are the things that I've been working on and just go through my list of things to get taken care of. So this has been an example of what I've been trying to do, and if I had to run away real quick and won't be able to come back to this for a couple of hours or a couple of days, I'll be able to pick up right where I left off and know, okay, I'm in the middle of finding, this is what I'm have in progress, and this is one of those things that I need to identify related to that progress, and so I can keep track of that and go from there like that. I could do this until I get to the actual point of my objective here of printing an ordinance card for the individual that I've listed, that's Martha Schofield. These are all the steps that I need to keep track of and get along the way. It is very likely that as I come across more individuals, I'm going to find children and siblings, and I'm going to want to identify each one of those. It may not actually be something I want to do right now as I'm trying to get to my objective, but I can definitely capture more cards, put them down in the identify, and then pick at those as I go try to find the information about these and link these people together into families and then eventually work on each one of those. As I move through this Kanban board, I get to things until I'm actually, once I've identified the wife of Richard Schofield, I can say that's done. I've identified and I've found and I've been able to move the wife in here, and as I get things done over here, I actually see progress, and these all help me get to my objective. I can also sit back and look and see what am I wasting or spending a lot of time on that's not yielding results. So these are some of the tools. Quick little video, quick little 10-minute video here. I wanted to show some of the things that may be helpful. These are free tools out there. I'm more than willing to answer questions. So if you like this video or found it helpful in any way, go ahead and click a like button down at the bottom. If you have questions or something that wasn't very clear and you want to put some comments down in the comments below, feel free to do that. Obviously, if you like the video, thumbs up is always great. I wouldn't say subscribe yet because I don't know how many of these are coming out, but if you wanted to click subscribe, you can subscribe to this channel. I'll be putting a whole lot more information about how I do certain things that are helpful or things that I've learned from other people that I think may be helpful for you. So always appreciate it. Look forward to your comments and any thoughts or questions you may have along the way. Thanks, and have a great day.